Hello, and welcome back to the adventures of the Adventuring Stamp. No, I'm just joking. Can you imagine, like, all these videos is the Adventuring Stamp? It was an idea, and it was my idea, and I take ownership of my idea, but it's not gonna happen. So, for all you people that private messaged me and said, Adventuring Stamp, I'm sorry. I can make you some private personal videos of the Adventuring Stamp for a price. No, I'm just joking. Okay, that's creepy. So today, I wanted to do a vlog and talk about something poignant and something important, because I specifically said in my last vlog that my first vlog, this is the second vlog, only my second, that I would have something more meaningful to say and something more meaningful to talk about, and I wanted to keep true to that. I'm still not at my epic potential in this area, but I'm working on it, and anyway, so I thought I'd focus on something that was a little bit more relevant to me, something I've been really following for a few, I don't know, a couple of weeks, months now, is the story of the Great Gatsby. I have been watching it and reading it and rewatching it and rereading it and trying to come up with, you know, some reason, some real solid reason why this has become my favorite story of all time. I mean, I've got some things that are leading me to really love this, but as a whole, I really didn't know why I was loving it so much and why I continue to love it so much. But every time I rewatch it and I reread it, I find little bits, just little tiny bits that ring so true to me, and they're things that I don't know, I just feel like for anyone they'd be wonderful things to know and to think about. So I wanted to take one quote today from the Great Gatsby and talk about it a little bit. I'm going to read it for you. It is the quote that Nick says about the first time he meets Gatsby. So this is his first impression of the Great Gatsby, J. Gatsby, if you will. And I really liked the way it's phrased, because we'll talk. Okay. So here's the line, and I'm going to try my best not to mess up. He smiled understandingly, much more than understandingly. It was one of those rare smiles with the quality of eternal reassurance in it that you may come across 4 or 5 times in life. It faced, or seemed to face, the whole external world for an instant, and then concentrated on you with an irresistible prejudice in your favor. It understood you just as you wanted to be understood, believed in you as you would like to believe in yourself, and assured you that it had precisely the impression of you that you, at your best, would like to convey. So, I like this quote for a myriad of reasons. I love, it's just so beautifully written. This entire story is just absolutely beautifully written. F. Scott Fitzgerald is just, I don't know, he's amazing, and I love his work, and I love the way that he phrases things. But particularly in this line, there's a few things I would like to point out that I just that I feel in tune with. The first line is, he smiled understandingly, much more than understandingly. It was one of those rare smiles with the quality of eternal reassurance in it that you may come across 4 or 5 times in life. Now, let me stop here. There hasn't been very many times I've felt this way, but the few times that I have felt this way have absolutely changed my life forever. There's been a few people in my life that when I was old enough to really understand who I was looking at, and as far back as I can remember, that I really felt like in their heart they wanted the best for me, and that, you know, no judgment could pass in their eyes through me, to me, and it's just such a wonderful feeling. So so right in this first line, I get how he feels. I understand completely how he feels. Now for me, this is more like my Baba, and my Devo, which is my grandma and grandpa, or you know, I don't know. I mean, there's just very rare, very few people. I can't really count how many people have made me feel like that. So I'm right there with him on the first line. He then says, It faced or seemed to face the whole external world for an instant, and then concentrated on you with an irresistible prejudice in your favor. So this goes back to that, that non-judgmental feel that you feel right in the first glance of someone. Gosh. And as a teacher, as a future teacher, I really want to be able to do that with my students. I really want to be able to give them that look so they feel safe, so they feel like they can really do their best and be outgoing or keep to themselves but feel confident and comfortable in it and know that, they can come to me or they can feel comfortable in the environment that I give to them. So I related it kind of to that too, but also to all of my family and friends. I always want them to feel like they can come to me with anything and that I'll do everything I can in my power to help them whatsoever. So, okay, moving right along. It understood you just as you wanted to be understood. I love that line. I love that line because I think that that's, and I said this in my first blog, I think that's really all we want is someone to really listen to us and to understand where we're coming from. Everyone has these different perspectives and stories, and you spend so much of your lifetime just, I don't know, wishing to reflect, I guess, and kind of make sense of things, and maybe that causes us to not have enough time living them and understanding them. I don't know. Anyway, sorry. Moving right along. He then says, believed in you as you would like to believe in yourself. So how wonderful is that? I mean, that's what we're craving, right? I think that that's why sometimes we go to church or a temple or a mosque or wherever you go. Because you want that, because you want to believe in something that believes in you. And we find partners and we find friends that do that for us. So I connect with these words. And the last line is, and assured you that it had precisely the impression of you that you, at your best, hope to convey. And that's really powerful because that's just talking about then at that point, just really phrase this. Just someone who really wants you to do your best. Someone who takes absolutely not at all gain in your loss. Someone who that only Someone that only profits when you profit. And they want to help you and they want you to be good because not only just because they want to profit, but because they're actually a better person. They're actually more profitable and more successful when you're profiting, which is wonderful. Because people aren't really like that too much anymore. I feel like sometimes people just want you to fail so they can look better. And I feel this way not just in school with competitions and stuff like that, or in sports or whatever. I feel this way sometimes in my profession. Well, in my soon-to-be profession. Some of the pre-service teachers I work with, I feel like they don't want to share lesson plan ideas and they don't want to share strategies because come the day that they have to teach these fake lessons in the classroom to all of us, that they want to look the best. I don't get that. Why wouldn't you want everyone to succeed? That's going to make your life easier. You're in this to teach this, right? So why would you gain something if people lost something? I don't get it. But anyway, so a lot to think about, a lot of things to consider. I think I've just about reached my time here, so I'm going to go. But I just wanted to leave all of you with that, because what a wonderful, wonderful way to express a first meeting of someone, and what a wonderful goal to strive to be when the people that you meet and people you don't know. So thank you again for watching. Thank you again for assigning this assignment. This is a lot of fun. I'm loving it. And I promise next week I will have something even more wonderful to say. I promise it.